Welcome to Wealth Success Strategy, the power of compound interest. How $100 can increase your wealth. What if I told you that with as little as $100, you could potentially increase your wealth over time? It sounds unbelievable, right? But the secret lies in one of the most powerful financial concepts, compound interest. It's often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. In this video, we'll break down the concept of compound interest, showing how even small amounts of money, when invested wisely, can grow into extraordinary wealth. We'll also reference David Back's book, The Automatic Millionaire, which discusses how automating your savings and investments is one of the smartest ways to build wealth effortlessly. Ready to discover how compound interest can transform your financial future? Let's dive in. 1. What is compound interest? At its core, compound interest is the interest on a loan or deposit that is calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. In simpler terms, it's interest on interest. Imagine you invest $100 today, and instead of just earning interest on that $100, you earn interest on both your $100 and the interest it generates. Over time, this cycle repeats, and your money grows exponentially. This is what makes compound interest so powerful. It creates a snowball effect that accelerates your wealth. Let's break this down with an example. Suppose you invest $100 at an interest rate of 5% per year. After the first year, you would have earned 5% of $100, which is $5. Now, instead of earning interest on just your initial $100, you will earn interest on $105 the next year. This process continues year after year, with the interest multiplying and compounding on itself. 2. The power of time and compound interest. While the concept of compound interest may sound simple, the real magic happens when time is on your side. The longer you allow your money to compound, the more it grows. In The Automatic Millionaire, David Back emphasizes the importance of starting early. The earlier you begin saving and investing, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. To truly appreciate the power of time, let's look at two scenarios. In the first, you invest $100 at age 25 and leave it untouched until you're 65. In the second, you wait until you're 35 to start investing, contributing the same amount each year. Even with the same interest rate, the result after 40 years from age 25 to 65 will be dramatically different than starting 10 years later. Let's assume you invest $100 monthly at an annual interest rate of 7% for 40 years. By the time you're 65, you'll have accumulated approximately $264,012. Not bad for a starting amount of $100 a month. Now let's say you start at age 35 with the same $100 monthly contribution and the same interest rate of 7%. After 30 years, your investment will be around $122,709. The same amount invested for fewer years results in a lower total. This demonstrates the incredible importance of starting early. The earlier you begin, the more time your money has to grow and compound, leading to significantly larger results. 3. How compound interest works over time. A graphical representation. Let's take a closer look at the power of compound interest using a simple graph. Imagine we have the following scenario. You invest $100 per month. The interest rate is 7% annually, compounded monthly. You start at age 25 and let it grow until you're 65. On the graph below, we plot the growth of your investment over time. On the y-axis, vertical axis, we measure the total value of the investment over time. On the x-axis, horizontal axis, we track the number of years invested. The curve begins to grow slowly at first, but over time, as the interest compounds, the growth becomes exponential. For the first 10 years, the curve rises gradually. But by the 20th year, the curve steepens as the interest starts compounding more aggressively. By the 40th year, the growth appears almost vertical, showing the dramatic increase in value from compound interest. 4. The effect of different interest rates. Another key factor in the power of compound interest is the interest rate. As you'll see from the graph, the higher the interest rate, the faster your investment grows. Let's consider two scenarios. Scenario 1 to 5% annual interest. Scenario 2 to 7% annual interest. If you compare the two scenarios on a graph, you'll see that the 7% interest rate results in significantly more wealth over time. Even a seemingly small increase in the interest rate can have a huge impact on the final amount. This is why it's important to choose investments that offer high returns and compound interest. 5. David Back's advice: automating your investments. In The Automatic Millionaire, David Back stresses the importance of automating your savings and investments. Back argues that one of the easiest ways to become a millionaire is by automatically saving a small percentage of your income every month and investing it in a diversified portfolio. When you automate your investments, you take the emotions and decision-making out of the process. You also ensure that you're saving and investing consistently, which is crucial for taking full advantage of compound interest. Imagine setting up an automatic transfer of $100 every month into a high-yield savings account or investment fund. Over time, you wouldn't even have to think about it. This consistent automated approach to saving and investing allows you to harness the power of compound interest without the stress of managing it manually. 6. Starting with small investments, $100 a month. Let's get practical. You might be thinking, I don't have a lot of money to start with. How can $100 really increase my wealth? The truth is that small investments, when compounded over time, can grow into large amounts. To illustrate this, let's assume you invest $100 per month at a 7% annual return, starting at age 25 and continuing until you're 65. By the time you're 65, you could have approximately $264,012. Now let's compare. If you save $100 monthly and invest it at an annual return of 5%, you might accumulate around $153,238 by age 65. If you increase your monthly investment to $150 per month with a return of 7%, you would have around $396,168 at age 65. The key takeaway here is that the more you contribute, the faster your wealth will grow. Even small, consistent investments will lead to substantial wealth over time and can help you retire comfortably. 7. What happens if you invest more? Let's say you decide to increase your investment to $200 per month. With a 7% annual return, after 40 years, you'd have around $528,224, or $500,000 by age 65. If you were to invest $250 per month, that amount could grow to $660,281 over the same time frame. This illustrates how consistent contributions can compound and grow into substantial wealth. It's important to remember that every dollar you invest today can be worth more tomorrow due to the exponential nature of compound interest. 8. Common mistakes to avoid with compound interest. While compound interest is a powerful tool, there are a few common mistakes that can derail your wealth-building journey. These include not starting early enough. As we discussed, the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Don't wait for the perfect time to start investing. Begin as soon as you can. Focusing on short-term gains. Compound interest works best when you focus on long-term growth. Avoid chasing quick, high-risk investments that could eat into your returns. Not being consistent. Consistency is key. Even if you can only invest small amounts, the key is to stay consistent with your contributions. The power of compound interest is undeniable. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or already on your way to wealth, understanding how compound interest works is essential for building long-term wealth. Even a modest amount of money, like $10 per month, can grow exponentially over time with the magic of compounding. By following the advice from David Back's The Automatic Millionaire, automating your savings and investing consistently, you can unlock the true potential of compound interest. The key takeaway is that time and consistency are your greatest allies in this process. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your money grow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more financial tips and strategies. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.